I've actually been thinking about this for a while, and I think I've got something for you. It's kind of, yeah, it's a little bold, a little nuanced, not too wordy, not too lengthy, like just something new and fun. You ready? Jeff. No surname needed for that one, just Jeff. Oh, anyways, this is a pretty, an extra special set for you guys, because this is actually my first attempt at ever doing stand-up comedy, so... Yeah! See, this is actually great for a couple of reasons. One being, everyone in this room, myself included, we all have no idea whether or not I'm gonna make yourself, piss yourselves laughing, or if I'm just gonna suck harder than a shark. I mean the vacuum cleaner, not the animal. I see all those Dyson people back there like, what's he doing bringing up a shark for a vacuum reference? Unfortunately, I don't know anything really else about vacuums enough to keep this going, so I'm just gonna drop it right there. Vacuum jokes, it's great. No, but really though, the best thing about doing this for the first time is that I get to break out that super special, extra clutch, this is my first time so it's not my fault card. It really is a wonderful card, isn't it? We've all used it. I mean, you could literally, with that card, you could literally screw up anything within reason. And you can do that with little to no accountability, and the best part is that you get the added bonus of a little bit of sympathy directed your way. I mean, it could be anything. Like, you could be, I don't know, just, it's your first day working, like working at Subway out of college or something, and you're, taking on the lunch rush, it's your first time, and, screw up some guy's sandwich accidentally, and it's like, oh, sorry about that, and the guy's like, it's okay, and you're like, yeah, I know. Well, I appreciate your understanding. Once I get a few more of these sandwiches under my belt, my sandwich making will be pristine. But I'm telling you, it's the first time I'm just not used to spreading mayonnaise on toasted Italian urban cheese bread in this environment. So I'll be on my way very soon. So anyway. I was having lunch a couple days ago, and just the restaurant in general is really an underrated place to people watch. It really is. I mean, it's like, so I'm sitting there, right? And of course I'd be sitting there. It would be weird if I were standing at my table. Just standing there, just off to the side of my table waiting for my food. Not even in like an impatient sort of waiting, but just a very casual, like, it's almost like the waitress. It's like a blind date that I'm waiting for, and it's like, well, hello there. So nice to see you. I hope you're hungry. Please do sit down. No, so anyway, I'm sitting there, just people watching, and I become a pro at this. It's like, so when you're people watching at a restaurant, you gotta have the menu. I recommend like between 30 and 45 degrees. Just enough of a tilt so where it looks like you're actually just reading off the menu and kind of occasionally staring and, scanning a little bit and getting your full of it. If you have it too vertical, like you're talking like 90 degrees, sorry, I'm talking in and out of the mic here. Got like 90 degrees and it just looks creepy. It's so obvious. You're just there just scanning people. It's almost like you're fucking Wilson from Home Improvement. Just, Tim, I really advise against saying that to your waitress. She is the one who handles your food after all. No, anyway, but so I'm sitting there and I'm watching this table behind me, and there's a gentleman. He's just finished up his meal, and the waitress comes over and she's like, "Oh, are you finished with your meal?" And he's like, "Oh yes, I am, thank you." And she's like, "Are you gonna want a box for that?" And he's like, "Nah." But it's right then, it's that little reaction whenever you see a guy. Oh, and by the way, his plate was like 4/5 of it left. It was just little bites taken away, and but he didn't want to box it up. And it's like there's that little look. It's a very subtle, very quick look of devastation on the waitress's face whenever she's waiting a patron, and he's got all this food left, and he doesn't want to take it home. And it's a quick little, kind of like a, oh, all right, and it's quickly followed up with a smile to kind of cover it. But it's usually like a little, roll of the eyes or a little shake of the head, something like that, like, oh, well, all right then. Well, you have a nice day. Something like that the waitresses say. Anyway, so this happened, and it's funny because it can cover just a wide variety of emotions. I mean, it can cover sympathy, like, oh, must have a tummy ache or something, and he's going to a place that doesn't have a refrigerator somehow, and it's 97,000 degrees outside, so the food's gonna spoil in the car. I totally get it. Or it can be just contempt, like, really? You're gonna waste all that food? Jesus Christ. What the hell's wrong with you? Or it can even be something like, oh, jeez. You do know I could have waited on that table of 7 back there. Get a nice hefty tip. And instead of sitting here waiting on Mr. 2 bites of his corned beef and hash, Jesus Christ, missed out on that. Oh, and by the way, corned beef has to be the single most misspelled item on menus across the universe. It's like you look at it, and it's like every other place I go to, I swear, it's like, it's corned beef on the menu. It's like, no, it's corned beef. C-O-R-N-E-D, as in the corning process. It's brined and salt and whatever. It's not corn. It's not like you're taking a beef brisket and just slowly braising it in water and corn cobs. It's like, it's like you slice off a slice of a nice fresh corned beef, and you're like, my God, this beef is fantastic. It's so tender, so juicy. Oh, the meat just flakes away, so it's so good. Oh my God! And you get a real nice punch in the palate, like a Mike Tyson jab in the palate with the flavor of all that corn. Anyway, thank you all. Good night.